Hello there. In this video, we're replacing the aerial mast and the aerial base on this Mk2 Ford Focus. Welcome to CarSpyTV. Right, there are two reasons we're doing this job. Number one, the radio reception has deteriorated on the car's stereo. And number two, the mast is cracked, split and generally unsightly. Now, generally in this scenario, you can simply unscrew the mast by hand to separate it from the base, but this one's stuck solid and doesn't want to budge, so rather than fight it, we're going to remove the mast and the base from the car as a single piece, and to do that we need to loosen a nut which is inside the car. Now, to access that bolt, we have to first remove this light that's in the ceiling close to the windscreen, and that's easy enough. All we need is a plastic prying tool or a flat screwdriver if you prefer, and then come in here like so, and then gently pry the light until it drops down something like that. And let's now make sure the light stays out our way by securing it up here by this piece of masking tape. In you go. Now, will that hold? Yes. If we now peer into the hole where the light was, we can see this bolt. Here's a close-up, and this bolt holds the base of the aerial to the car's roof. To loosen that bolt, we need a T25 Torx bit. That's the one with a little star on the end. And my Torx bit happens to be attached to a medium length extension bar and, of course, a ratchet. So let's get the bolt out with the T25 Torx bit. Here it comes. Oh, might need two hands for this. It is coming out nice and easy, which is always good. There we go. And as we can see, the mast and base have now fallen out of position, so we can just lift them away from the car. If we look at the roof of the car, we can now see the other end of the bolt that we've just undone, as well as all this dirt that was under the old aerial base. Removing that dirt is the next job, so if only we had a sponge and some water. Well, that's handy. Right. This is the new aerial base, and rather unusually it comes with its own little platform that it sits on, so we just slide that into situ like so. On you go. There we are. See that? And if we look on the underside, we can see the base also comes with its own bolt, but we're going to just remove that and use the bolt that's original to the car. So we'll pop that somewhere safe, by which I mean lose it immediately. And the other thing to note here, and this is rather important, is there's a black locating pin just there at the end of my finger. This locating pin lines up with this hole in the roof, and that simultaneously lines up the bolt with its hole, which of course is there. So we can just slide in the locating pin like so. Next, we need to come back inside the car and tighten the bolt with the T25 Torx bit. Next, we need to grab the new aerial mast, which we have here, and then simply screw it onto the base. just like that. Now, at this point, it's a sensible precaution to spray the car's roof with water to make sure that rain can't leak through the new aerial base and damage the interior light. And if we peer into the hole where the light normally sits, we can see that it's as dry as a bone. No leaks. Which, of course, means that we can now slide the light back into place. Just be careful not to trap any wires as we do this. So in the light goes. This may take a little bit of wiggling, depending if it's in a good mood or not. But eventually, it fits just like so. Right, I've just tested the radio and all the preset stations are coming through significantly better than they were before, so that new aerial is helping a lot. I can't play you any of the songs though because they're copyrighted, but I wouldn't be too upset about that because the first song I heard was the Spice Girls. Ooh. Anyway, that's it, but before you go, don't forget to subscribe to CarSpyTV. That makes it easier to find my other content. Can you also please do me a favour and click like on this video, and I'll see you next time. Bye bye.